Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to do a quick email for or a quick video for just my email subscribers, just to say thank you to those of you who are on my email list. So I wanted to sort of tell you about something I'm learning about. I'm trying to think of the word that it's kind of an idea that I've come up with. Something like relative intelligence or relative skill. Basically, I about a month ago I was really sort of internally a little bit down on myself, thinking, well, what I know about game development, what I know about making video games and making a great video game and building a studio, what I know isn't that difficult to understand. Everyone can do it. And so basically I'll just expect people to understand what I understand. But then once I start talking about it, and maybe teaching an individual, I realize there's so much that I've just taken for granted, knowledge that I've taken for granted, and the individual is confused, right? And so I sort of just glaze over stuff when I'm teaching. Let's say I'm in a one-on-one session, when in reality there's so much that they don't understand. And the reason I'm saying this is actually not to make you feel bad. The reason I'm saying this is you're probably in that situation yourself. You think that you don't know a lot, that what you know is really basic and rudimentary, when in reality, I think a large majority of you watching this right now, you might actually know way more than you think. And so ultimately, I just want you to be a little bit more confident, and I want you to think a little bit more highly of yourself and what you know. I think a lot of us reject or decide to not move forward in our game career. We decide to not try and go get a job in games, whether it's submitting our portfolio to game dev studios, AAA studios, or deciding to not move forward with our game or to not move forward with a Kickstarter campaign because simply we think we don't know a lot, that we're not smart enough or that we're not talented enough or skilled enough to actually make video games. But the truth is, you probably know way more than you think. If you were to talk to yourself 2 years ago, when you maybe first started making games, maybe it was 3 years or just a year ago, you might be insanely surprised by how little the previous version of yourself actually knew compared to now. Okay, it's kind of like maybe you're on a weight loss journey and you look at yourself in the mirror today and you're not that impressed, right? You got a lot of work to do. But if you haven't looked at yourself from, let's say, a year ago when you started your journey, and then you finally do look at that picture, you're so surprised by how much progress you've made. Okay, so it's really, really important to try and remember that you do know a lot more, that you are more skilled, that you are more talented than you think you are. And this ultimately helps you finish projects because you have the confidence to do it and you believe in yourself. But number two, it allows you to ask for more, okay? Whether you're going to work with a publisher, whether you're pricing out your indie game, whether you're trying to negotiate a salary for a game dev job, all three of those things, you can increase what you're asking for because you know what you know. You know how much skill you actually have to offer. And I have this problem too. Every day, I tend to devalue what I'm worth, whether it's in negotiations with a publisher or pricing my game at $10 instead of $25, right? It's because I tend to devalue what I know because I think that I actually haven't grown that much. But the truth is you've grown way more than you think, and you're probably worth way more than you think. So that's something I've been learning. Again, I'm going to call it relative knowledge or relative skill. It's something that I'm trying to talk myself or tell myself when I'm feeling insecure in certain weeks or months out of the year. So give it a shot, guys. Try and think that way. Be a little bit more positive about the way you think. And hey, maybe look at your old projects, and then I'll help you know how much you've actually grown. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck on your game dev journey. Cheers.